today what is metabolism and what are the types of metabolism, and we will look into an overview of metabolic pathways. Metabolism is defined as the sum of all chemical reaction that takes place in an organism. So you know that constantly chemical reactions are happening in our body. And there are many reactions going on. So the sum of all these reactions together are defined as metabolism. So in metabolism, you have to remember two important terms, that is the anabolism and catabolism. Catabolism is defined as a process that is breakdown down of the complex molecule into the simpler molecules. Now, what do you mean by the complex molecules? So, complex molecules are the carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and the nucleic acid. So, these four are the essential macromolecules, and these are broken down, and this process is called as catabolism. So, from where do we get all these complex molecules, what I had mentioned? It is through your food, the food what we consume. From there, we get all these complex molecules. So, these complex molecules are broken down into simpler molecules in catabolism. So, along with this, we know that energy is also released. So I can define catabolism as breaking down of the complex molecule and the release of energy. So this energy what is released, okay, this is the process of catabolism. The energy what is released, that can be used by the organism to do all its physiological activities, maybe eating, running, doing all your cellular activities. How these are occurring? It is because of the energy which is released by the during your catabolism reaction. So we told all the important macromolecules, like as you can see here, the carbohydrates, they are broken down into simpler molecules. Into what? They are broken down into water, carbon dioxide, and it gives energy. Okay? That is, it forms a long chain of sugar molecules when the carbohydrates are broken. And one simple sugar molecule, as you all know, is glucose, which is the most favorite for our body's activity. Similarly, the proteins, what we consume, are broken down into simpler molecules, that is the amino acid, fat into fatty acid, and glycerol. So, this shows a definition. That is, your complex molecules are broken down into simpler molecules and they are providing the energy. And this energy our body is using to perform all our physiological activity. And another important function is this energy, what we are speaking. This is the energy which is used by the anabolic reaction. Okay. Look into this. See, this is the catabolism. What did our catabolism produce? It has produced now the energy. What is energy? How it is defined as? It is an ATP. Okay. ATP is the energy which is released. It is known as the energy currency or the fuel which is present in the body. So this ATP, which is a product of your catabolism, is used by anabolism. So we shall define what this anabolism is. Anabolism is a process where the food components combine to form new cellular material. and this requires energy. So whatever the simple products are there, what are the simple products we saw? It is your fatty acids, the amino acids, the sugar. These are all your simple products. Now, what your anabolism does is it takes the help of the energy what the catabolism has released, and it converts this simple molecules to build what your body requires. The cellular materials of your body is being built or synthesized in the anabolism. So anabolism in a simple term means synthesis. Catabolism means breaking down. It breaks down and releases energy. Anabolism, it synthesizes and utilizes the energy. That's the difference. So look at this. It has to make, anabolism has to make your cellular materials, what is required for your body. So it's whatever the simple products what anabolism had produced, catabolism has produced, the glucose or amino acid or the fatty acids, what anabolism does is it converts them into useful products, like for example glucose into glycogen and sugar. So this in turn acts as a storage of energy in your body. Whatever the activities we are doing, it is because of these guys. So amino acid, what happens to the amino acid in our body? It is converted into enzymes, hormones, proteins, okay, and it is responsible for the growth of our body. The fatty acids, again it is a simple molecule, so this simple molecule is converted to cholesterol, steroid. What is the function of the cholesterol and steroid? They are part of your cell membrane. So once again, you had your complex molecules, it is broken down into simpler molecules, releasing the energy. Now just remember this part, okay? That is what is anabolism. This is that part. So here what happened? It synthesizes using the energy what is produced by your catabolism and forms all the cellular materials which are required for the sustaining or survival of an organism. So this is the meaning or the definition of anabolism and catabolism. So these two together, okay, the anabolism and catabolism are both of them are neither efficient. Why I am telling that neither of them are not efficient? Because the available energy, whatever the energy is being produced, what happens is it is lost. Some, okay, not all the energy, some energies which are produced in the body are lost in the form of heat. That is why we cannot say this metabolism are very efficient reactions. And you can also, we can note down anabolism and catabolism are coupled reaction. That is, one, they are coupled and they are balanced reaction. One is the breaking and another is the building using the ATP. So you cannot segregate them. You cannot separate them. We cannot bifurcate them. They have to happen together. Hence, they are the coupled reaction. But you will also know that food, from where do we get food? We either consume it from the animal or from the plant. And we also know that whatever the macromolecules are present in our body, the same thing is present even in the plant and the animals. That is your carbohydrates, lipids, even it is present there also in the plant and the animals. Now, why the same food, the same macromolecules, why can't a body consume it directly from that plant and animal? Why means the configuration, how these macromolecules are present in the plant and the animals we consume is different what is present in our body. Though they are all macromolecules, the configuration how they are present is different. That is why the food we consume is digested, and after digestion the process of the catabolism and the anabolism begins. Now let us go into what you mean by this energy, why it is important, because in all these future classes we'll be speaking about the term energy. The entire cellular metabolism, one of the important feature of this is the energy, because I told you we need to survive, we need to sustain, and for this we require energy. From where we require getting this energy? We are getting it from the food. The energy which is produced from the catabolism, I told you it is used in the anabolism, but some of this energy is also stored in a body. Completely the energy is not utilized by the anabolism. It also gets stored. So we have already defined what is an ATP is. We have told that it is the energy currency of our cell or the fuel of our body. So this is the structure of the ATP. It is known as the adenosine triphosphate. It is a nucleotide. That is, it is a nucleic acid. You can see this adenine, which is your nitrogen base, one of your nitrogen base, and we have a ribose sugar and we have a phosphate molecule. So what did we tell it? It is a triphosphate. That is, 3 phosphate groups are present. So this has to be utilized. That when the ATP is utilized, when your energy is utilized, what happens is the ATP is broken down. Here you see this, when it is being utilized, it is being broken down into ADP. That is, one of the phosphate group is removed. So we get ADP and a phosphate group is released. So what happens is, see, this is the phosphate 1, 2, 3. Okay, we see these all are bonds which are connecting all the phosphate molecules. The bond between the second phosphate and third phosphate is broken, releasing the energy. This is how we get the energy, when the bond is broken. So when the bond is broken, this phosphate molecule is released. Okay, one of your phosphate molecule is released. Once it is released, it is converted into ATP, and once it has been, the bond has been broken, that is the high energy bond. That is what we are saying repeatedly, energy is. So, and we told that, so here itself you can say this is the formation of ATP is your catabolism, the formation of ADP is your anabolism. Okay, so you can see that these are both coupled. You cannot segregate them, you cannot move them apart. So whenever my energy is consumed, how can I get back the energy which I have utilized? I can get it back again by consuming food, and again the same process occurs.